We're looking here at a Stihl 026 chainsaw. This is a 48.7cc engine, or I believe it's 2.96 cubic inch. This is a 32 millimeter stroke by 44 millimeter bore. And like all your Stihl saws over here on the side, you'll find your serial number right here in that silver patch side of the muffler. Starts with a number 2, which means it's manufactured here in the USA. This is a little bit later model 026. This is not a Pro. This is not an 026 Pro. The later 026s had your control lever knob was black, whereas your earlier ones had the red lever. And this one has, from original, the name tag on the top that was plastic and snaps on instead of aluminum riveted on. And it has the place blocked off for your decompression valve if you had a Pro cylinder. This one has the plastic oil pump that is not adjustable, and this one also oils at idle. They had, that I'm aware of, they had 3 different oil pumps on an 026, and you had the plastic non-adjustable that oiled at idle. You had the aluminum pump that was non-adjustable that cuts off at idle, which is drove by the clutch drum. And then you had the adjustable aluminum oil pump like the Pros use that cuts off at idle, drove by the clutch drum too. This one here is just a standard worm gear without the little carrier arm that engages the drum, so it's drove by the crank, which means it oils at idle or anywhere. But these were a very, very, very popular saw. This particular one here has a 16-inch bar, 325, full chisel, full comp chain, and I have a 325 7-tooth rim sprocket. With that length of bar, you could probably get away with an 8, and these saws were rated about, I think it was from 3.3 to 3.5 horse. But these are a really good saw for firewood cutting, you know, some lemon, you know, small trees, you know, I mean, they're not a monstrous saw. But I just recently traded my MS 210 for this one. The 210 is a nice saw, but if you really compare the 026 to the 210, it's not really much heavier at all, but it has a lot more power than a 210 or any of those saws will ever have. Plus, this is a Pro model, commercial duty saw, whereas your 210's just got the clamshell design, whereas this is a split crankcase design. But no, these saws were really popular for a lot of lemon and trimming small trees. And like I said, if you're somebody who just cuts your firewood every fall, it is more than sufficient for that job. I think their max RPMs are about 14,000 RPM, wide open, no load. Most of these I've ever seen use a Walbro carburetor. And but no, it don't matter if you have an 026 or the 026 Pro. Either one of those saws are very good. The Pro don't make any more power. It just has a few more features, like you know, the bigger air filter. Air filter and air filter box will be bigger, you know, whereas the regular 026 here has the round knob. The Pro will have the longer knob on it that twists sideways instead of the push and twist lock like this one. And the 26 Pro, you know, will bigger air filter, compensating carburetor, decompression valve, and adjustable oil pump. And it'll have the Pro sticker here on top, but otherwise it's the same saw as this one. One don't make any more power than the other. But no, these was just a really good saw. Stihl made. There's a lot of them around. Parts will not be a problem for these saws for a long time. But no, it's just another really good saw that Stihl made there. They're really, really popular. I don't know if there's any more. I don't know if there's any more well-known or popular model saw out there than the 026. But no, these are just a really good, really nice saw that Stihl made here.